Hi everyone, Vicki with the library here with you today. We're going to do a special story time this evening called Being Little in a Time of COVID. Growing up is just really hard to do, especially during a pandemic. We're all kind of struggling a little bit, so we're going to add a little fun tonight, do some songs, read some stories, and see if we can lighten the mood a little bit. So I'm going to take my mask off. And we will start with our songs to get ready, and then we'll read a story. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, then I've got a good one for you. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, tap your toes. If you want to hear a story, tap your toes. If you want to hear a story, then I've got a good one for you. If you want to hear a story, tap your toes. If you want to hear a story, nod your head. If you want to hear a story, nod your head. If you want to hear a story, then I've got a good one for you. If you want to hear a story, nod your head. Good job. Now remind us how we listen. Eyes are watching, ears are listening. Mouth is quiet, mouth is quiet. Hands are to myself, folded in my lap. Time to read, time to read. All right, we're going to start out today with a book called We Cant Hug, because this time of having to be apart from family and friends, sometimes that can be really challenging. So this book kind of really, it made me feel better about things. So hopefully it does for you too. This is While We Cant Hug by Owen McLaughlin and Polly Dunbar. And there's our sweet hedgehog and his friend the turtle. Hedgehog and tortoise were the best of friends. They wanted to give each other a great big hug, but they weren't allowed to touch. Don't worry, said Owl. There are lots of ways to show someone you love them. Hedgehog tried to wave. That made Tortoise smile. Tortoise made a funny face. That made Hedgehog laugh. Hedgehog wrote a letter, and Tortoise wrote one back. And when Tortoise did a little dance, Hedgehog joined in too. Hedgehog blew a kiss across the gap between them. Tortoise saw it, caught it, and kept it. And sent 3 back. Tortoise sang a song. Hedgehog played along. Then they both painted pictures so that everyone would know they were friends. Through rain and shine. They could not touch, they could not hug, but they both knew that they were loved. The end. It's probably the most important thing to remember right now, that maybe we can't see or hug our family and friends as much as we want to, but we always know that we're loved. All right. I've got a little song because masks can be a little bit scary, especially for the littlest people in our lives. But I've got just a little tune that you can kind of hum along with to just let us know that we're still the same, even with our masks on. I'll put my mask back on. And our song is really simple, and it just goes, even with my mask on, I'm still me. Even with my mask on, I'm still me. Even with my mask on, I hope you'll see that even with my mask on, I'm still me. Let's try it one more time. Even with my mask on, I'm still me. Even with my mask on, I'm still me. Even with my mask on, I hope you'll see that even with my mask on, I'm still me. All right. Speaking of fun songs, even Baby Shark is going to get in on our little COVID story time tonight. This is Wash Your Fins, Baby Shark. So if you know the Baby Shark song, Baby Shark, do 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 do, Baby Shark, do 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 do. This one follows that same rhythm, but it's all about washing our hands because it's really important to wash our hands and keep us clean and safe from germs as much as possible. So let's do Baby Shark, Wash Your Fins. On your own or with your siblings in tow, wash your hands is the way to go. Baby Shark knows how fun it can be. Let's wash our fins under the sea. Wash your fins, do 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 do. Wash your fins, do 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 do. Wash your fins, do 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 do. Wash your fins. Water on, do 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 do. Water on, do 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 do. Water on, do 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 do. Water on. Squirt the soap, do 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 do. Squirt the soap, do 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 do. Squirt the soap, do 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 do. Squirt the soap. Lather up, do 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 do. Lather up, do 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 do. Lather up, do 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 do. Lather up. Scrub-a-dub, do 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 do. Scrub-a-dub, do 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 do. Scrub-a-dub, do 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 do. Scrub-a-dub. Sing and wash, do 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 do. Sing and wash, do 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 do. Sing and wash, do 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 do. Sing and wash. Rinse those fins, do 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 do. Rinse those fins, do 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 do. Rinse those fins, do 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 do. Rinse those fins. Dry them off, do 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 do. Dry them off, do 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 do. Dry them off, do 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 do. Dry them off. Nice and clean, do 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 do. Nice and clean, do 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 do. Nice and clean, do 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 do. Nice and clean. Teach your friends, do 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 do. Teach your friends, do 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 do. Teach your friends, do 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 do. Teach your friends. Wash your fins, Baby Shark. All right. And the length of the song of Baby Shark is about the perfect length to wash your hands. So even if you don't know wash your fins, you can do Baby Shark while you're washing your hands and make sure that you get your tops and your bottoms and in between your fingers and even your thumbs. So if you sing the Baby Shark song where you're doing that, you'll wash your hands long enough. Right. I've got some other books to mention that we're not going to read today, but they're great if you want to talk more about germs or about being sick or just staying clean, all kinds of good stuff. So this one is Germs Are Not for Sharing. It is also bilingual, and it's got all kinds of reasons why we need to wash our hands. This one is called Do Not Lick This Book. And it's about germs. It's got great pictures in it. It's even got a close-up of like microscope picture. So you can see this is teeth. We're looking at teeth right now, and all those little things are supposed to represent germs that are on our teeth. So also important to brush our teeth too. So that's another good one too. Do not lick this book. This one's an older one, but it's got great pictures, and it's just really sweet. It's a sick day for Amos McGee. Amos works at the zoo, and one day he doesn't come in, and the animals are worried about him, so they go to visit him. And now wash your hands. And this has got like lots of fun animals in it, and lots of great reasons why you need to wash your hands, when to wash your hands, just all kinds of great information for littles. All right. I've got a couple more things for us. We're going to actually make a mask today. This is super easy. It only requires a couple things. I've got 2 rubber bands. You could also use hair ties if you had hair ties around and you wanted to use those instead. And 1 piece of fabric. This piece of fabric is 20 by 20. I happen to have some fun
hospital fabric laying around, so that's what I use. And it's super easy. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fold our piece of fabric in half. I'm just gonna fold it in half. And then we're gonna fold down from the top and then fold up from the bottom. So now we've got this rectangle. And then we're gonna take our rubber bands, one on each end, and pull it in about 6 inches or so, one on each side. And then we're gonna fold these ends in and tuck one end inside the other. All right, there we go. You can see it from the back side there. Just got them tucked in there. This is a no-sew. This is kind of a, if you need a mask in a pinch, it's an easy way to do it. And then you just simply put your mask on, and you can separate it out a little bit so you've got fabric in the right areas. There we go. Getting a little bit in there. Takes a bit to get it positioned, but totally works as a mask. So that's just a 20-inch square piece of fabric and 2 rubber bands to make a mask. All right, so we'll set that to the side. And finally, it's kind of an unprecedented time, so we at the library decided we would make our own 2020 time capsule. And it's a box of things that will open in 2030 to just kind of remember this time and maybe some good things a little bit about it and some funny things too. So in our box we have a few fun things. And you can totally do this at home too with anything that you want to put in there to kind of remember this time as well. I've got a small roll of toilet paper. That's going to go in there. If everybody remembers the toilet paper crisis of last year. I've also got some hand sanitizer. Always good to have on hand. I've also got a disposable mask. I'm going to drop that in there. And the most important thing I'm going to put in there is these are some thoughts from our staff members at Effingham Public Library about what it was like to live in 2020. And a lot of them are really good. Like a lot of people mentioned that they had more time to spend with their family, their close family, those that they live with. Also, one of our staff members mentioned that he started a garden. That was something that he hadn't had time to do before, hadn't put the energy into, but in 2020 he decided to. And just some other good things like remembering remote learning and the challenges and joys of that as well. So we're gonna slip that into our time capsule as well. I'm gonna put my lid on here. I'm gonna put my DIY mask in there as well. And we'll put this on the shelf in the cabinet and we'll open it in 2030 and remember this unprecedented time. Before we go, we're gonna do another of our mask song. Just to send us off on the right note. Even with my mask on, I'm still me. Even with my mask on, I'm still me. Even with my mask on, I hope you'll see that even with my mask on, I'm still me. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that things are going good for you. And if we can help you in any way, please reach out to the Effingham Public Library. Thanks everybody. Have a great evening.